June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Hey everybody, Luigi369 Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All! Name is too long still. In the last episode, we bought us some time. We indicted Ini Miney of murder. Not Mimi Miney, that's her sister. And in this episode, hopefully we'll get to prove it, that she did it. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Ini Miney could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ah! Miss Von Karma, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? And say your own situation. Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. And even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. District Court. Court number 3. Fuck! Number 2. Damn it. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Ini Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Ini Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... she'll testify about last year's accident. That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Ugh. Those are merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Another angle, indeed. We know those statements are the truth. She was totally tired. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? She had to talk to the police and, was being investigated, every day. It was, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then that car accident happened, huh? So then why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? What are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. Ah, but I don't have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you did not. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Okay, anyway. Well, we know she has a driver's license. Did they add it to the end? Yeah, they did. Okay. Miss Miney? That was a lame lie just now. What do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What, are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did... Ouch! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November? What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year's lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Yow! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been able to drive anyway? That's because... I think this situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Really? Like, around that time, I was, like, really getting close to my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see, a bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Well, you know what they say, Phoenix. Fake it till you make it. You gotta be knowledgeable about cars. Bright red sports car. It was a new car? Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK. Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor? Yes? Please have the witness append what she said to her testimony. You mean the part about being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. Well, if the car's from England, that changes this. Because she says she got out of the passenger seat here, but I believe in here, she opened the door to her right, which in a UK car would be the driver's side. Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door, and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. Ah! Well, what do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! Order in the court! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Ini said the person who was driving was her older sister, Ini Miney. That is what Ini said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Ini or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? And the answer is Ini Miney, of course. Why do you say that? Miss Ini Miney just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she had escaped from the car on the right side of the door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Ow! I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends the time foolishly. At that time, Miss Ini Miney had not yet received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. We connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Okay, we're saying the same thing again. Alright, well, Mimi Miney. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Ini Miney, was on the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is Mimi Miney. That is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right! It's a picture of her younger sister! No! But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site... That was the body of the real Ini Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Ini Miney. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Ini. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you were saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Ini, I mean, Miss Von Inc. Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself to become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Miss Ini Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Ini Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of channeling mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo? Becoming Ini has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! 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 And one more for good measure. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham! Now then, it looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Adjourned for my sake. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Congratulations, Maya. What's this? It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. Familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There is still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Ini Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself, and then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know, but I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me why my aunt did something so horrible. Why would she help Ini Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karine Village, and that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and what would happen then? The Branch family, my aunt... No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Karine, dear child. I sacrifice it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperate with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come,